in a little bit. You can see me. Hope my hand's not in the way for anybody. Telling all your followers that you're on live with DJ Rick. I also want to hear about I know we're not talking about that, but I also want to hear about the DJ and how that's going and what that entails, you know?
Right.
So, hey, Rick Flo! I gotta join you. See, I hear the echo.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me.
I'm gonna lower my phone.
Well, hold on 1 moment. Hold on.
Hi, JRod79. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. We're just getting set up right now. We're doing a live all about TURO. I think it may be my phone. I'm gonna lower my. All right, hopefully that'll be better. All right, hope everyone can see me, hear me. Are you getting feedback?
Yeah, I'm getting feedback.
Here, so I will put my headphones in. Maybe that will help. Let's see. I'll make it work.
Hold on 1 moment.
This is why we're running this thing right now. Make sure we get it off.
Hush, you can't make any noise.
All right, how's now? I hear you loud and clear. Hi, Ariel. Hello, hello. Welcome to the live TURO. We're just setting up. Make sure you don't have any technical difficulties. Everyone can hear us well. Make sure you guys take notes. Did you drop off? Oh, you left. I gotta invite you back. Hold on. Anyway, guys, thank you for sticking by. As we get started, we are going to be discussing TURO live. For those of you who's ever wanted to know TURO, get into TURO, jump into TURO, invest. That's what we're doing today. We're interviewing. That's cool. We're still recording. We're still recording. All right. Okay. We're good. We're good already. All right, guys. So thank you. Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. We have DJ Rick Flo. He is that way on that camera. He'll be joining us very shortly, where he's going to be discussing TURO investing. And for those of you who don't know what TURO is rental cars. I hope I'm saying this right. I want to make sure I give it justice, but it's pretty much where you are the okay. So we're live. We have a little audience. J-Rod and Ariel are waiting. I can hear you too. Hi, Stewie. Hello, hello. Only on Zoom. I don't see you on live. Sure, no problem, no problem. I have it recorded. So, guys, for you guys that are standing by on the live, I am with DJ Rick Flo, and DJ Rick Flo is a South Florida DJ. And he does TURO. TURO, if you do not know, is where you take your own private vehicle and rent out a fleet. provide private vehicle rental, and make money, residual income. And so I was, hey, you're online. I see you.
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm alive.
Lower your volume.
Okay.
You're recording because there's been feedback. All right,
Okay. How's that?
much better. Awesome, awesome. I still hear me, but it's not as bad. Hi, I am money one.
Hey.
Yes. Sorry, I have a money gun because that's the whole thing. It's a money mindset. It's not just
Right.
getting money. It's letting your money work for you. So you're
That
not
is true.
working for your money. And that's why I like to tell people I'm so happy I get this chance to be with you because
Right.
I offer funding now. And so
Oh, that's so
offer
great.
money.
I have so many questions
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. So I offer money, but I also want my friends, because I want this to be my friends, that, it's a friendly transaction. And I want my friends to grow from this money. The dollar is depreciating daily.
Yes,
So
it
when
is.
you take this loan, I
Yep.
want you to
Take it.
plan. And so this is
Yep.
a wonderful plan. It's a minimal investment. Of course, it's
Right.
an investment, so there's risks with any investment.
Of course,
But
there is.
even the best have coaches. And so that's why you come along, because we have DJ Rick Flo who's doing it, who
Yep.
wrote the book, literally the book on
You're
it.
right. You're right.
So who's going to give everybody guidance, So yes, you get the funding, and then you see the living proof. And I think your life can change. And again, DJ Rick Flo just made a deal today
Right.
before we got this call. And so my car's sitting outside, and it hasn't paid me anything all day. Matter of fact, I just filled up.
Oh,
I just filled
it
up. So
needs to.
technically, it's going to. After this call, it's going to. And I will tell a lot of people. I just thought about it. I told my sister, I was like, you know what? It's so time. My brother does it right now. And
Oh, really?
he is 3 in his sleep. He's not a social media fan, so he's not on here. But in the short time he's been doing it, even the fumbles and the learning experiences, it's still worth it for him.
Right. It's still worth it.
So anyway, we're gonna get into it. We got one on the line. I saw Stewie say hi. Everybody, let's see. I want to make sure people are there. Give them a couple minutes, and then we'll talk about TURO investing.
Right.
So, and even if they're not there, we gotta, because yeah, time is money. So
Right.
it's Friday night for me. This is Funding Friday. This is where I fund at least 5 people. So I've already got a lot of people to call back after this call, and maybe some of them can hear and know what to do with that funding.
Okay.
I think some people are afraid to start. They're afraid to
Yeah.
grow.
They're
So,
afraid to grow.
yeah, no, you know what? I just thought about it. I told you it's a money mindset, and I had to change a money mindset.
You're right.
You know, as a child of like Caribbean, we work hard for our money. So I'm now learning to have my money work hard for me.
Yep. That's it is.
Yeah. I'm a nurse. I cannot do that forever, and this is why Legacy RCK has been born, so that I can let my money work for me,
Right.
retire early and enjoy it, not decrepit, and have streams or rivers of income, not streams, rivers of income.
Right.
All right, awesome.
Right.
So I will let you introduce yourself, so most people may know me.
Okay. All right. So my name is DJ Rick Flo. I am a DJ slash entrepreneur slash TURO host. I've been a TURO host for about a year now, which is, I think, it's a good business to get into. It has its ups and downs, but yeah, it's a good business to get into, and I would suggest anybody to get into it. And I'm here. That's why I'm here. I'm here just to give all the value and all the games, so people can go out there and start making money as soon as possible.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna get into it. So DJ Rick, you said you're obviously named DJ Rick, so you DJ.
Yeah, I DJ.
Okay.
I do weddings. I do birthday parties. Last time I did something, I did like a wedding 2 months ago. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. And
So
then I also DJ at like parks I have a birthday party coming up in like 2 weeks. Yeah,
Your
somebody's
birthday?
60th birthday party.
Awesome. So that's another stream of income itself.
Right,
That's
right,
fantastic. I
right.
love the fact that
But
you're
that one
staying
I have
busy.
to more work for than being
Sure.
passive.
Yeah, and I think passive is the key. So you're
Right,
not like stretching yourself thin, and you can lay back in your your weekends and enjoy them, and not have to always be that hustle.
right,
It's awesome.
right,
I love that. I love the fact you mentioned that it's also, even though it's DJ, you think you have a great time.
right,
So having that passive income is so powerful.
right. Yep.
Fantastic. So
That's
how did
fact.
you get into Toro?
All right. So basically, I'll tell you my story. My brother-in-law, he he said, oh, he joined Turo and it seems like a good idea. And he did it. So, and he showed me pretty much the layout and how much he was renting the car for and everything. And I was like, oh, this seems like a great idea because, somebody had mentioned it to me earlier and he's like, oh, the tour is a good business. And I'm like, then I was like, then you don't really do it. You look into it, but you don't really do it because it doesn't seem feasible. And until somebody else do it and you
Yes.
see results, then
Yeah.
you start doing it yourself. So that's how I got into it,
I'm
right?
so happy
So
that you
he,
brought it up. That I
yeah,
sometimes have to see the proof. Like, I believe it and I see it, but I need to watch you do it first to see is it
right,
gonna work.
right. It was going to work because like you said earlier, it's still an investment,
Yeah,
and right, and you don't want to lose, right? So you want to see somebody do it first,
yeah,
and then you get into it. And I think also that's a mindset too, because if you get into it as soon as you hear it, it will be beneficial for you.
think Amazon. Imagine you were the first person to invest in Amazon.
Right.
Imagine you're the first person in Google.
Right.
So I mean,
Microsoft.
yeah. So and so for me, I feel like the world is moving so fast right now. It's good to believe in something. It's good to see, make sure it's proven. But after a while, you got to jump.
You're right. You got to
You
take that
really,
jump.
really, yeah, you have to. And even like, yeah, I'm gonna put it because me, what I've learned this year is to learn how to the mind of a employee to a mind of an entrepreneur,
Right.
and it's painful, and
Right.
it's
It
a
is.
learning growth. But I'm loving the journey,
Right.
and I feel free. Every day I'm getting closer to like freedom, and I love it. And the fact it makes me, I still keep my day job.
Right.
I would advise everyone to keep your day job because it's a stream. It's a
Right.
guaranteed stream. But I go to work different knowing that like I want to be there. I'm good. If I'm not there.
Right.
I
Right.
got the stream. The river's still gonna continue. It ain't gonna dry up. So
Right.
that's freedom, that's power, that's time, and that's
Right.
nice for me.
Right.
That's wonderful. But yeah,
So
we're going back to
I'll
the tour.
let you know how I got my first car.
Yes, that's I want to hear. Yes, how about the first car, the first
All right.
experience.
So so I thought about what car should I get, and I said the first car should probably be an SUV because, all right, if you think about it, a regular a regular car, you kind of shorten your range. If you get like a SUV, you kind of broad, at least a medium-sized SUV, like say a Rogue or like a Focus, what I have, you kind of broaden your range of people that want to come here and go on a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, all right. So I went to the car dealer, drove a bunch of cars, and I found an SUV. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was nerves. It was a nervous. It's
The investment of it or the
yeah,
realness of it?
yeah, just the investment of it because you know that you are buying that car to put on an app and possibly rent it out,
Yeah.
right?
So I have to ask, as a legacy RCK funding, where did you get your first fund from? Like, where'd you get that
Okay,
seed money? And how
right.
much was, I know you're talking about the car, but how much was that car? Where'd you get it from? And where'd you get the money? I mean, that, we're going deep. We're going deep.
Yeah, yeah, we're going deep. We're going deep. All right, so I went to my credit union, right, where I have an account with them, and asked for their car loan, right? So they had a car loan which was like 3.5% interest rate. Hey, Lisa, okay. They had a 3. Hi, Lisa. I had a 3.5 interest rate, and which was very good. And so I just decided to get the car loan, get the car loan because I didn't want to have to deal with possibly going to the dealer and getting their loan.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think now most interest rates are anywhere from like 5 to 7
Right.
on average. And I'm going to interject right now.
Okay.
I definitely am we were talking about this earlier. We actually, DJ Flo and I met at work. And so
Right.
one of the benefits of that job is I'm not even there anymore, but I still have that credit union. Because
Right.
I firmly believe in credit unions, small banks, private lenders. I think that is another type of power.
Right.
And me, throughout my adult life and needing loans or money for different reasons, that's where I go first. I have still the Bank America, I still have those.
Right.
But my money lives in those small credit unions because they know me. There's a relationship.
Right.
They trust me, and so I don't have to worry about like fighting for good funding. And
Right.
so with Legacy RCK, and I
Mm-hmm.
have to say this because this is part of like this is speaking to my purpose. There are over 250 credit unions, small private lenders,
Okay.
small banks. So it's not like it's hard money lenders. Hard money lenders, there's no negotiating.
Right.
So with Legacy RCK, the sister company, the mother company actually of whom I work for,
Right.
is connected with over 250 lenders, 3 full-time attorneys that will negotiate the best rates. You got that
Okay.
3% because of your credit profile, and also we and I both know it's a credit union. They know you. You have a relationship with them.
Right.
Not everybody has that. But with going to Legacy RCK, we already had that relationship. They're trusting us, saying, okay, we verified this person. We look at their paperwork. We know they have a decent plan. And with unsecured funding, we don't even know, we don't need to know what the money is for. When you go to a credit union, you get a car loan. You can only use that money for the car loan.
Right.
Unless you're going to get a mortgage, you can only use the money for the mortgage and like incidental that they think it's worth.
Right.
Anything else, that's a whole loan. That's like 3 different loans to make your life what you need it to be. Nice car, nice house, etc. With Legacy RCK funding, there's no business plan. I don't need to know the house you're going to buy. I don't need to have the address, no collateral.
Oh wow.
No, I don't. I ask because I care, and I
Right.
know that the person's going to have to pay back, and the company offers, counseling and coaching.
Okay.
I think what you're doing is coaching, and that's why I align with you because it's not
Right.
just okay, yes, get a loan, and yes, there is get a loan. I don't have to. We don't have to communicate. I have a website; it's automated. You go
Right.
out there, fill out my form, and you enjoy your loan.
Right.
But I also, if people have questions, want to be that source of quality information. You've literally written
Right.
a book on the matter. You're living the matter. I saw you like how many times today just live that truth. And
Right.
so Legacy RCK and Legacy Levers, a sister company, live that truth with
Okay.
credit unions. And it's not always a 3% because again, but they do negotiate rates.
Right.
And for any reason. So it could be money for TURO today
Mm-hmm.
because the loan started at $10,000 all the way up to 400. So we have a lot of real estate, small business, estheticians, TURO, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
TURO. TURO is my next venture. We have this call. I'm gonna get your book and be like, listen, I did it.
Right.
And after everybody posted, because why not? Like literally, I have a brother doing it now.
Right.
We were on vacation, and he made money on vacation. And to me, I was like, that's amazing.
Right.
Because we're in the city, the car was gonna sit parking. Parking is $45 a day.
Right.
His car didn't stay parked. He didn't pay that parking that time. I did, but he was literally flipping it on vacation.
Right. Yep.
So
That's it. That's it. That's
yeah, I'm
it.
ready to learn. Ready to learn. Okay, so I think we left off where we have the car, the 3%
Yes.
from the credit union. That everyone has a credit union. Legacy RCK got you.
Right.
And then what?
Right. So I was able to go to the car dealership and say, hey, this is my price. This is what I want to pay for a car.
Your
Right.
cash.
So I found my car
Yeah.
and they took me to the back. They always take you to the back where they try to do the financing
Yeah.
and everything like that. And the guy, he was like, yeah, we got a good financing. It was like, I don't
I'm
need the
good.
financing.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. And to me, that's like the best negotiating power. They're almost not happy to see you. 'Cause at that point, they know like I'm not gonna get the financing kick from this guy. And even with the dollar the way it is, cash is king. And
Right,
when I did my financing statement, I walked in with pretty much a blank check, whatever I needed.
right,
I feel bad for not getting a more expensive car.
right,
That was my mistake. I was like, why didn't I go for a bigger car? You know,
right,
but that you live and you learn. But having that power of saying, you know what, I don't need your financing.
right.
You don't have to add that. What's going to be probably what 20% at the end of your loan.
Yeah, yep.
I'm good.
Yeah, they were offering, but I did listen to them though and try to
Yeah.
see what
Let's see.
what percent rate they were
Yeah.
going to get.
What I'm curious. What was it?
They were giving me 7%,
And
and the
just
bank was giving me 3%.
yeah, no, they already knew. Yeah, very clear. And it's just for the car loan. That doesn't
Right,
need the extras
right,
that you may need with this new business you're starting.
right.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we get the car. You get
Yeah,
the
so
keys.
yeah, we got the car, get the keys.
What kind of car did you get? I'm thinking. I know you say the fleet. So
It
what car
was
was
a
the
Ford Escape, 2017 Ford Escape.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. How many miles?
How many miles? 24,000 miles.
Okay, that's not bad for that. That's great.
Yeah, that's great. Great mileage, great car. And I was like, let me just get this car and we can start this business.
So you mean start like the next day,
Yeah,
or
start like the next day.
okay? So you really start the next day?
Yeah, start the next day.
Wow.
Yeah,
So tell me
yeah.
about that. You went home. You got onto our
I went
website.
home. I already had the app on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
so I went to YouTube University and
Yeah.
and I uploaded the car, all the information to the app on my phone. They asked for the VIN number, what kind of car it is, and they it took them It took them less than a day to kind of check the car out because they do run a check for the car,
Like a background
right?
check, make sure it's not like legitimate vehicle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it's a legitimate vehicle, making sure that it doesn't have any what's the word? Like when you have repairs
Oh yeah,
or
the damage, like
not
major
not
damage.
not damage. Yeah, yeah. Make sure it doesn't have any damages.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Right. Right. Make sure it doesn't have any like damages, and also make sure it doesn't have any outstanding. I want to say, for example, if something goes wrong with your car,
Oh,
and any recalls,
recalls,
yeah,
recalls.
recalls.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, let's see.
Right. So So it took about half a day, and then somebody called us. I don't know if they still, but somebody was able to call us,
Mm-hmm.
and they asked, are we ready to be hosts on the platform?
That day.
Yeah, that day. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so tell me about the first, I call it flip, but whatever your first, booking.
Okay. So so the next day somebody requested my car. I was so happy. I was like, oh, oh man.
Yeah. It's working, yay.
And like, hey, I think I was happy because it actually works.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess they always say the proof is in the pudding.
I'm saying hi to everybody on the line. Hi, everybody. So,
Hey, what's going on?
giving you
I
all the
see
description.
Marlon.
This is DJ Rick Flo. He's telling us about his first Turo booking. Book Turo, for those that you do not know, is where you rent out your personal
Yeah.
vehicle for a week, a day, whatever it is, and you can make residual income, residual stream of income, as opposed to your car earning you nothing while it's parked in your driveway. And of course, it doesn't have to be your personal vehicle. I am Jennifer of Legacy RCK Funding. So DJ Rick was talking about how he actually had a loan from a credit union for his first fund. Not everyone has access to a credit union. And sometimes, bank rates right now, depending on credit availability, you can only get a loan for one thing. Your mortgage will only be for your mortgage. Your car loan will only be for your car. But with Legacy RCK funding, your funding can go towards anything. It is literally cash in your personal checking account within less than a week after you submit approval. Of course, we're not just gonna give money to everybody. We're not crazy. There's qualifications, but the qualifications are easy. And for someone that would not ordinarily be qualified for a traditional mortgage or traditional car note, or your debt to income ratio, whatever it may be, we
Right.
do have 3 full-time lawyers to negotiate that.
Okay.
So and that money could be for your Turo seed money or your business startup, your salon, your surgery, whatever your funding needs,
Right.
really. But there does not need to be a business plan, a prepay, and there's no hit to your credit score to apply. And that's why I like that.
Oh,
I
okay.
guard
Oh,
my
it's a
credit like
soft
a
pull.
hawk. Yeah, actually, the soft pull is only after you are pre-approved. And I don't
Okay.
need any, I personally do not ask for any qualifying information, like like address is probably the most personal, because I do not want to hold that information.
Right.
I am such a hawk with my credit score, my information. Like I make sure that my server is secure so that when I'm going through people's paperwork, it's secure as best as I could do.
Right.
But anyway, back to funding. So DJ Rick Flo, now you've got that Toro. It's
Right.
rented out.
Right.
And
Okay. No, it's not quite. So I put it on the app for way less than what it was rented out for.
okay, so that was a Toro, a rookie mistake, I guess.
Yeah, it was really a rookie mistake.
This is why we're having this conversation. So I want people to know like the good, the bad, the ugly. It's not all fantastic,
Right.
but it's great, and it
You're
has
right.
some wonderful pros. And if maybe people cannot make the same mistakes that you made,
Yeah. Yes. That's why I wrote. That's why
the
I wrote
book.
the ebook.
Yeah, I love
So
it. And
people
what's the name of
will
your book so people can know?
how to successfully start a Toro business.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And for those of you guys that just joined, DJ Rick Flo actually just had a booking before our call.
Right.
He's actually making money like as we speak. Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm not jealous. I'm learning. I'm taking notes, and I'll be doing the same very shortly.
Right. And I think you should.
All right, dear. All right. So tell me more. So we
All
are.
right. So I rented it for way less. So the guy comes and picks it up, and he says, "Oh, is this your first time?" And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's probably your first time." So I go on the app and see that the car is rented out for much more
That's okay.
than what I rented out for. And the guy, he's been renting from Toro for like 2 years, and he got on it so fast because he knew
I knew
that
it. I knew it.
right. But
So, tip for Toro beginners: whether you get with DJ Rick Flo or not, or get with me later, do not go low. Do not sell yourself short. Tip for life:
right,
do not sell yourself short. Know your
right,
worth.
right. Know your
If
worth.
y'all get nothing else from this call, please know your worth and understand it.
Yep. Know
And
your
I think if
worth.
more people understood their worth, you guys would understand that. If not Toro, somewhere somehow your money has got to start working for you. You got to stop working for your money.
Yep.
So you'll never get out of that rat race. You'll always be in that same repetitive mistake.
Yep.
And I call it a mistake because we've been misinformed. So because it's education.
Right. It is education.
Yeah, for me, I'm
And
learning, and I will never repeat those same mistakes again, and I don't want people to.
right.
If you can afford it, you can afford it. Yes, Bubble, know your worth, know your worth.
Right.
Okay, where were we, my dear? So we rented out low, and
Right.
we were educated quickly on what never to do again.
Yeah. Don't run it out. Don't run it out low.
Uh-huh.
Right. So then I got the car back, and as soon as I got the car back, I just raised it to what
Yeah.
to what it
How long
is
was the rental for?
2 weeks.
We
2 weeks.
probably took it for a month. He's like, I got to for a whole month this way. But how many miles in that 2 week period did he plug the
Around
brand new vehicle?
around 200 miles.
So I think that's wonderful.
Right.
As someone that drives a lot, I do about 100 miles easy, easy. I think that's reasonable driving.
Right. Right.
Good
So
condition. And did you have to take out like extra insurance or anything
okay.
different?
So I am going to explain to you insurance because I think this is what most people get hung up on is the insurance. All right. All right.
I'm going to pause for a little bit and we're going to reconnect on Zoom. Is that okay?
Right. Uh-huh.
Awesome, awesome. Send me a new link because this is getting good.
Right, right. I think I'd send it to you.
The second one?
Yes.
I will open up number 2. Okay, so yeah, we're going to, let's see. Let's see. I think I have number 2. I'm not sure which one I was on, but I'm going to go ahead and reconnect because I want to start we left off where we are, get the car back and there's 200 miles on it. Let's see. Okay, I'm waiting for you. When you're all done, I jump on the second one. I hope that's the right one. If not, I'll you.
Uh,
But
Hold on.
hello, everybody, for joining. Hello, Bubble. Hello, Bella. Hello,
Hey,
everyone that's joining. We are doing
thanks
our
for
Turo,
everybody for joining.
yes, Turo education. We're recording this call because, of course, social media is king nowadays. But you can always reach DJ Rick Flo or myself, Jennifer, Jen GK. I've also got a website, LegacyRCK.com. But we are LLC licensed and insured. We will never sell your information. And for those of you that do not know, yes, I am a nurse by trade. Obviously a mom, thanks to God. But I also now offer, I also now offer the wonderful opportunity to give people who would not ordinarily have it available to them funding.
Right. Funding.
And when I say funding, I mean cash money. And not a lot of people know what to do with that money. Some people are afraid of money. And I want people to not be afraid of the possibilities that can open up to you, and the possibility of dreaming, and the possibility of saying, okay, you know what? Let's make a plan. Dreaming and saving and making
It
your money work
is.
for you. Because that's something that needs to be so real for a lot
Right.
of us. You know, and I hate to preach to the choir, but I consider everyone that follows me friends and family. And so I want better for all of you. I really do. And so anyway, we'll continue on the part 2. Ah, you back? I see it. Let me get my
Okay.
camera on.
That's good. That's good.
I want me to continue my recording. All right, let's start recording. Entire screen. 3, 2, 1. We're live. All
Yes.
right.
So you can reach me on YouTube. I made a YouTube channel, Income Cars. That's ICOMECARZ with the Z. Income Cars. The reason why I created the YouTube channel is just to teach people how to get their business started. You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even
there is
me.
a lot of YouTube channels that's, but hey, not. I know that everybody is going to like me and not everybody likes everybody else.
Yeah.
So it's best to just start.
Well, I'll be honest with you, as someone that I use YouTube University, and so I need to see something a bunch of different ways. And then I also love when different people explain it because I may have missed something, or I
Right.
may understand it better this way, or I may want to hear your experience. And hearing, I've heard, and I know people that do Turo, but hearing your everyone experience, that's gonna help me.
Right.
I think that'll
Right.
streamline. Okay, well, so and so said don't do this. So and said do this. So this way I may make my own mistakes, but
Right.
I won't be making those mistakes.
Right.
That's just the
So
way I
with
think
the
it goes.
insurance,
Yes.
all right, let's break
Oh,
insurance down.
let's recap real quick. So we DJ Rick Flo had a brother that did Turo, got
Right.
into Turo, $16,000 investment from a credit union loan.
Right.
Great interest rate. Walking in the dealership, almost like he had an empty check. They weren't happy to see him, but he knew what he needed.
Right.
What kind of car was it again? 2017 Dodge
2017 Ford Escape.
Ford Escape. All right. Rented it out first time. A little less, a little lower, a little under par, but it rented
Right.
less than 24 hours after purchase. Now, did it pay? Even though you had it less, he had it for 2 weeks, 200 miles.
Right.
Did it pay for itself?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
You
Yes,
got
it
return
did.
on your investment.
Yes, it did.
Already,
It
it's
did
not
pay
top
for
table.
itself.
That's wonderful. That's congratulations. Even with yeah, you should have made more. You'll never forget that.
Right.
But that's
Right.
amazing.
And it was an epiphany because they always says use other people's money to make money, and I was like it was it was that
It was at
popular.
that moment. It was at that moment you understood the truth of that statement.
Right.
You were like, wow, this is gonna really work. This is what they're talking about. So yes, you invested money. Yes, you technically have a loan,
Right.
but faster than you are gonna spend paying off traditionally, you're gonna pay off that loan with not all your money.
Right. Right.
You're gonna get return on the investment quicker, and which I think is key in any type of funding. And I hope my friends, my family, my followers understand that. I hope that you choose to fund with Legacy RCK. We are here for you. I'll be here for you to give pearls and knowledge and how to get approved for loans in general, including ours.
Right.
When you get that money, you have to make it work for you.
Right.
It cannot
Yeah, you
be
gotta make it work. Right.
and Legacy RCK can definitely help you with credit repair. I also do life insurance. So that's right now we're talking funding. We're talking funding.
Right.
Yeah, I also help repair credit. So, but right now we're doing the funding because I want people to see the power of funding and how that can help change a life.
Right.
Even really like 10, you're lucky you had a great loan, but even 10 would have helped to purchase a vehicle to help get return on investment.
Right.
10 I think is something reasonable, in my opinion.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to continue. So we have insurance, and that's what we're going off.
Right, and I think this was one of the main things that was kind of holding me back to how does the insurance work? Right. So let me break it down to you. When you first get your car, even I have to have insurance because first of all, I'm getting a loan on the car, and the bank won't give you the loan unless the car is insured, because the bank wants to make sure that at the end of the day, if anything happens to the car is insured.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, and Toro wants you to come in with your insurance too, right? But when the car goes on the Toro platform, then Toro's insurance covers the car.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Right. So when that guy came and rented it to me, as soon as I accepted the the rental agreement and the guy took the car, and as soon as the guy took the car, Toro's insurance takes over the insurance on the car.
Now, does he pay for that insurance, or you charge that insurance? How does
No,
that?
Toro takes care of all of that.
And it's not a surcharge that you have to pay for. It's just part of being on their
Right,
platform.
right.
That's
But
fantastic.
but I guess it's because you know how it is. Toro takes their 25% off
Hmm.
the rental per the day,
Hmm.
right? So that 25% would also
The insurance.
be insurance.
But if you're not renting the vehicle, then it's just your
Right,
normal insurance.
right. It's just a normal insurance.
That's good. So it'll cover liability if there's, God forbid, damage to the vehicle.
Right, right. And I did
That's
have,
extra coverage.
yeah. And I think this is what most people not do it because they're always saying, oh, you know, they're worried about, the car crashing, then their premium is going to
Yeah,
go up, then everything kind of goes up if the car meets into an accident. Then
yeah.
you have to worry about people suing you, a lawsuit, you hit somebody's car, the guest hit somebody's car, they come back and, to no, Toro will take care of that.
Now, what about maintenance for the vehicle? Like, is that something, do they
I,
ask that you have minimum maintenance? How does that work?
yes. Maintenance, they just ask that you keep your car maintained, you
Like the
know.
normal, what's
And
in the owner's manual, 10,000 mile, this, that, whatever?
no, no,
No.
no. They just ask that you keep your car maintained.
Like oil change, that kind of stuff?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Keep it
And
recent.
then I also budget that in my profits that
Okay.
I get, because at the end of the day, it's a business. You have to treat it like a business. I
I'm so
always
happy
say,
you said that. I'm so happy you said that. And I preach that to a lot of people. No matter what you're doing, if you're doing another stream, even if you're doing something from home, you have to treat it like a business. Even your
right,
home. I treat my home, try to run it like a business, you know?
right,
Where we gotta have more money coming in than going out. We have to.
right,
So yeah, I'm happy you said that. People need to understand that, yes, it's passive,
right,
but you still expenses involved. It's reality.
right, right.
I like,
It
I like
is,
that.
yes. So that's with the insurance, and they are very good with the insurance part of, the Toro. And
So
and that makes you also feel a sense of comfort to know
yeah.
that if your car goes out on a trip, it's covered by their insurance.
And it's coming back. Well, I know I've heard of people doing trackers in their vehicle. Have you done
Yeah,
the trackers yet?
right, right. I have a tracker in one of my cars,
One of your cars.
and
How many cars do
yes,
you have now?
I have three cars.
Three. Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations. So three
yeah,
total vehicles.
right,
So tell
yeah.
us about your fleet, and then I'm curious because again, I'm want to be the funding queen. Your other sources of funding for the other vehicle, if that's
Okay,
okay, but we can go that deep.
that's
Okay.
okay. That's okay. The the first car was a traditional. It was my personal car,
Okay.
the personal car, and then so I got this car way couple of years ago, and I got it traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
Made the down payment through the dealer and everything, and then that is a Kia Optima,
Okay.
2015 Kia Optima, right? and that rents out for about $30 a day.
Okay. Do
And
you
then
increase your rates for the weekend, or is it set across the board?
uh, it's set across the board. Like each of my cars, I at least rent them out for about 20 days out of the month.
Wow.
20 to 25 days out of the month. And if it's 30 days in a month and
Yeah.
you have it rented out most of the month, I think that is a good,
It's paid for itself. It's more than paid for
yeah,
itself.
yeah, it's paying for itself. Yeah. And that's what I like. It's paying for itself.
Yeah. You can like. I think. Where do you park their vehicles now? Do you leave them on the
Okay,
street? Or?
so where I live, there's parking. I live in a complex, but there's parking spaces available and they're always empty. So,
So it's safe and it's you can see it. You can watch your
right,
money. Wave to your money. Hello. Like hi, money.
right.
How you doing?
Right. Can't wait till you get to go back out and
Yeah.
make me some
Yeah.
money.
That's it. That's it. I mean, that's what a lot of people would love, and especially during times of uncertainty, to know that you have something. You know what? This is. I can fall back on this. I can rely on this.
Right, right, right,
Whether I can get up or not, just keep the car clean, keep it neat.
right.
And I think you mentioned earlier that you have a set clean. I think I saw in your video that you have your set people for cleaning. I was gonna
Yeah,
I was
yes,
over your head.
yes. I do have my set people for cleaning, but sometimes you're just in a crunch because it's like I want the cars to be rented out quickly. So what happened? It was somebody returned the car. It was a Saturday, and those Saturdays are always busy at the car wash.
Mm-hmm.
They
Oh,
they returned it at 1 o'clock, and somebody rented it for 4 o'clock.
so
So
really
it was
crummy.
like it was a time crunch. So I don't recommend this for everybody, but I just took it through the car wash and just vacuumed it up.
I've actually heard of
And
a lot of Turos doing it themselves, and a lot of and I say Turos be the Turo investors. A lot of people that I know that do it, they said I do a better job because it's their
right,
car. They know that they gotta sanitize it, and So I think if you're getting it professionally cleaned weekly, and if people aren't bringing the car back horrible, that's a way to save money. If you know
right,
that you have the good quality equipment
right,
and it's literally detailed last week, then why not have an
right,
opportunity to save money towards your business and reduce your overhead?
right,
So,
right,
yeah, I don't feel guilty about that at all. I mean, yes, it's not like you're never getting it professionally addressed,
right,
So that's awesome. That's
right.
awesome. So
So
I just love hearing the fact of how you allowed that funding, that first funding, the
right,
first seed to grow into this wonderful business so quickly.
yeah, yeah, yep,
A lot of new businesses do
and
not see return on investment for a year or growth for a year, profit for a
right,
year. But to have that, yes, there's a risk, but there's a risk in everything.
right,
That's just life. But to have it known and have someone that's walked that walk
right,
to be able to guide you to those steps, so you're not making those mistakes and you're having more and more wins.
right. Yeah, more and more wins. And I
Love
have
it.
some. I'm on a website now on Facebook, like a Facebook group. I have some people like this person scale like 6 cars in 6 months.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. I
That's
absolutely
amazing.
love it. Love it. Well, that is just one thing, you guys, that Legacy RCK funding can do to help you. Is
Right.
Turo. DJ Rick Phil literally wrote the book. He's a digital download book. And you offer coaching as well, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to start offering coaching.
Yes. Business
Right.
coaching, YouTube channel, Facebook channel. He's also a DJ. And Rick Flo, I know we were talking earlier, that's
Right.
another stream, being a DJ and offering high luxury vehicles to
Yeah.
those getting
Yeah.
married. Who doesn't need a photo with a nice car on their wedding day?
Right. Right.
So having that service under one
That's a
roof.
smart idea.
Yeah, having that service under one roof, you know people are going to have events. They're going to have birthdays, God willing, we'll have those wonderful events. So to have that and it's it won't sit.
Right. Yeah, it won't sit. It won't
Who
sit.
wouldn't
It
want to
won't
be
sit.
seen in a nice vehicle or even have a car that you don't have to go through an enterprise or because I think nowadays last time I rented a
Right.
car, I didn't have my credit card and my debit. Luckily, I had the money to hold on the card, but
Right.
sometimes it's alarming. You're like, I'm on vacation. You just have all this on my debit, or you may not have a credit card available.
Right. Right.
So just,
Right.
I think with Turo, it doesn't necessarily have to be a major credit card. Is that correct?
No. No, it doesn't have to be a major credit.
That's another benefit to rent the Turo is that if you don't
Right.
have a car, you just have your debit. There's not going to be this huge hold,
Right.
and then you get a
Right.
vehicle. I know people that have done it to go out of town, to go
Yep.
on
Yep. Yep.
vacation, to a night out, prom.
Right. So
Or
my first suggestion to somebody that wants to start this business is to actually get the Toro app. You
download the
know,
Turo app.
yeah, download the Toro app, right, and see what the Toro. Just get comfortable using it. Get comfortable using the app because you're going to be on the app all the time. So it's best to get the Toro app. Second of all, I suggest people just start looking in their area of what cars are, popular. Like, cause we live in Fort Lauderdale,
Mhm.
so I'd just go down to Fort Lauderdale Beach and see, every 2 cars, what kind of cars.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. Cause my next car I probably want to get something like a Ford Mustang with the top going down.
Convertible. I love how you're thinking next car. That is absolutely amazing. That's building a fleet. That's building a legacy.
Right.
That is a business that can easily be passed down for a very long time.
Right. Right. So and then also too, if 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 you see a car that you like and you want to possibly get it, but you see no, like, because what I've noticed with some hosts is they want a car. Say, all right, I was listening to this lady who said she wanted an X5, right? A BMW X5. So
Hmm.
she said she could get it, but she couldn't see herself driving it or getting it. So what she did was she got the car and put it on Toro,
Hmm.
and she only rents the car out, say, on the weekend, and for the rest of the week,
She'll
she
drive it.
has, right. And so
Yeah.
the car is literally paying for itself,
Well, she enjoys
uh,
it.
right, and she enjoys the
Yeah.
car.
That I think is absolutely wonderful. So that you don't feel guilty about driving the car that you want to drive.
Right,
It's paid for itself.
right,
That's
right,
awesome. Yeah, that's
right,
fantastic. Because
right,
a lot of vehicles now, like I'm one that has a high mileage vehicle. My car runs great. I told my
mhm,
husband before we get a new car, there's our
right,
first Toro. Best way I can drive the car that I want to drive,
right,
and not feel bad about driving it.
right,
Because
right,
we're at a point where I'm like, you know what? It's time. I deserve a new car. I don't need a new car. Thank God.
right,
Very grateful for that. But it'd be great to drive something nice. But I don't need to drive
right,
something nice every day. I'm good. I live in the country. It's best that I don't. Because these potholes and these, ditches, no. But to have it parked somewhere like downtown
right,
with the tracker on it and it's making me money daily, so
right.
I could pick up when I want to be cute. I could be cute. And when not, it could be paying me to sit there and be home.
Right.
So yeah, it hits different. It hits different when you don't need it, but you can utilize it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yep.
interesting. Absolutely.
Right.
Love it, love it.
Yes.
So any
So,
questions for me? Because yeah, that's the Turo. That's what you do with the money. This not the only way to get
right,
the money,
right.
but the
Okay,
easiest
so
way
I
to get
got a couple of questions for
it.
you.
Yes, Our Legacy RCK.
Legacy RCK. How long you been doing it?
So, okay, as you know, I've been a nurse forever. The short answer is about 6 months.
Right.
I've been associated with the business for about a year. For my own personal uses, need to look into funding because this pandemic, even though I'm a nurse, had hit me a little different.
Right.
And so just knowing that funding is available, funding is out there for me to do what I need to do as far as investments go,
Right.
and have something that's reasonable to pay off was wonderful. I know that I needed seed money. I know that I didn't want to work overtime and kill myself. And so from being a customer to then turning around to being a funding agent, because I believe in this company so much.
Okay.
They've been around for 12 years. It's the mother company, Legacy Leavers. Great, wonderful people. They offer coaching and counseling and guidance, and not just TURO, but also guidance with Airbnb flip, note buying.
Yeah, that's one more thing I want to get into, Airbnb.
Yes, definitely Airbnb, and that was on my radar. But from hearing the talk of TURO and knowing the investment does not have to be a huge investment.
Right.
So to me, and I think that's the easiest way to get started. That will seed other things to come.
Right.
Yeah, I love seeing the potential there, and then also another stream of income. Like lay back and be like you on my day off, and then have my money like, hi, mommy.
Right.
Yes, but anyway,
okay.
About 6 months, been in business for 12 years. And I love it because of the opportunity that it presents people that would not traditionally be eligible for a home loan or a business loan, or even a car loan.
Okay.
You could take that money and you could really put it towards anything: debt consolidation, business startup, real estate investing. TURO.
You're right. Okay, and so what would I need to qualify for a loan?
Thank you. Yes, so with as we mentioned, 260 credit unions, private lenders, the qualifications are pretty easy, but they're also a little strict because they want to make sure that we're having qualified people that will be able to pay back these loans. But they're very obtainable. They're not strict where like you have to jump through hoops. I've been through loans where I've had to like have months of paperwork and have to explain. Yeah, I had to explain purchases and what's on my credit report. Like, that's a lot. I just put my money. Like, I'm good for it.
Right.
So 27, there are qualifications in the full list on my website, but the biggies are $27,000 minimum annual income.
Okay.
650 credit score across all three scores. Minimum.
Right.
That's the qualifier for minimum funding. Of course, U.S. citizen, that's non-negotiable, or permanent resident with green card.
Right.
Personal checking account, W-2 income if you're not W-2, 2 years of 1099 income.
Right.
Consistent. And no bankruptcies, liens, or ill judgments on your credit report. But I also repair credit people. So some of these credit report, slip-ups we can work on to get you qualified. It's not my primary course, which is not, I haven't been leading with that, but I love to help people.
Do you have coaching?
Yes, I do offer coaching. What I've had to learn in this pandemic is the power of credit and the power to negotiate, and that we have rights, consumer rights.
Right.
So whether, hey, DJ Rude, hello. Yeah, and that's something that, I am a big advocate for. In February, I did a huge dream event because I wanted the community to know that there's power in, more power than you know.
Yeah.
And that some of the solutions to our financial difficulties are very simple. It just takes someone showing you the ropes, guiding you.
Right.
Like we do with the TURO. People making a mountain of, I could never do that. I can never do. Well, yes, you can. I'm going to show you how. We're going to walk through it together, and we're going to learn and grow. Do something different. Yeah, absolutely. Because I see it as me seriously helping everybody. I wish someone had did it for me. And so we would be like, let's go. And I have people that do that for me. Thank God I'm blessed. So I hope to do that for others. Just to be that person,
Right. And that's what I try to do, add value. Yeah, I try to add value to people's life.
And to me, it adds value to mine. You know, I can be the nurse and help heal you that way. But if you got to go back to a situation where you're stressed, you know, you're working for your money's not working for you, you're tired, you can't take a day off, you don't have a job, you're halfway a slave,
Right.
you know?
You're right.
So let's teach you to be free and have that financial strength, that foundation, that generational wealth.
Right.
Truly.
So you said you have a website?
Yes, my website is www.legacyrck.com. So there you'll see my pre-qualification, where you'll see the minimum requirements. There's a 99% approval rate if you meet the
Oh, wow.
qualification. Yeah, like if you meet, and this is again with a soft pull.
Right.
But if you can meet the pre-qualification, you are 99% approved for funding, and that's what I love. Yeah, that's truly what I get passionate about.
Right.
Because it's like,
Right.
okay, 650, you know, hard money lenders, which is not a
Right.
hard money loan, start at 580.
Okay.
And they'll take
Oh,
that
wow.
credit. And that's fine, but it's not the strongest credit.
Right.
You're going to get the highest rates.
Yeah, you get the highest rate.
Yeah, and that your loan can only be used for that one thing.
Right.
And it may even qualify for a mortgage that you want in that neighborhood.
Right.
But you could come in, you know, it could be a personal or investment, but you can come in with credit, work on it, 650, however you get there across 3 boards, and the right income qualifications, and use that money to start a business like TURO, to do the Airbnb flip, or to buy a family home that you would probably not be able to, or even a duplex. So your duplex is half renting out or Airbnb, what they're going to do, and half for your family.
Right.
So with the right funding, with the right plan, for me it seems like a feasible option. And doors will open. Having cash, I'm just gonna say doors open. You see yourself going to the dealership, walking with a blank check, as opposed to them when they know you need their money, their funding.
Right.
So,
right. So what is the most money somebody can receive or can apply for?
So look, funding starts from $10,000 minimum up to $400,000.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we do have people that do multiple rounds of funding, meaning if they have an end goal of like $600,000 or $800,000, they will take the first round, $400,000, max out, pay on those loans, start paying back a little bit, and then go back for another additional funding. You know, that those are different. I work with a lot of real estate investors.
Right.
So generally, and note flipping, TURO flipping as well, small business owners, trucking industry.
Right. Yeah,
So,
that's a big
absolutely.
industry.
So, you know, if you're giving these industries that seed money, generally speaking, you're going to get return on your investments. As a matter of fact, during the pandemic, Legacy Leaders actually has lent out, I think, something like $60 billion.
Ooh.
Yes, billion. And during the pandemic, from 2020 to 2023. And so far, 40% of those loans from open during the pandemic have already been repaid.
Okay.
So people are paying back their loans. They're using the funding. They're flipping their money. They're getting return on their investment. They're making investments.
Right.
You're like an example of that. These things are people are doing, and they're actually working, guys.
Right.
Right. No cap, as I say, no cap.
Right.
and I love that part.
Right. Yeah. So I really like that. I really like that because yeah. So.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody that logged on. I think
who's logged on?
We got
DJ
a few.
Rude.
Yeah, it's my cousin. I got a big fam. So.
Right.
So, anyway, guys, we appreciate you coming on here, joining myself, DJ Rick Flo, Legacy RCK. DJ Rick Flo, please buy his book. How can we get your book?
Okay. is if we're going to be recording this, and I'm going to leave a link for it
Yeah.
below. Right.
Put the
I'm
link
going
for
to
the
leave a
book.
link for it. I'm going to be a link for my YouTube channel. I'm going to be a link for and for your guests, I'm going to leave a free. It's going to be it's like a free, like the 10 steps before you start your Toro.
Do you guys hear
Yeah.
that? We are dropping gems. Okay, so I gotta drop a
So
gem too. Yeah, we'll drop a gem. I'm not gonna say what it is just yet, but I'm working on something in the background. It's
right,
credit related. Yeah, well,
right,
we could do a couple letters. We definitely do a little download for y'all. So yes, we'll
right.
have some goodies for you guys. Those that
Yeah,
commented, those that need it, we'll put some
right.
links for some goodies. We got the 10 Turo. What is it?
You attend basically kind of goes with the book,
Nice.
right? So it'd be like it makes 10 steps before you go and start your Toro
I
business,
love
like
that. I love that. All right. So
like
this is the 10 steps for free, you guys. Free gems, free pearls. We're dropping.
right,
And
right,
I
and
can
it
put,
also goes with the book.
oh,
So
awesome. So you'll have a link, 10 steps, and I will definitely be more than happy to put some dispute letters, some credit dispute letters to the major
right,
credit bureau. I won't put too much, but I mean, you know what it is? There's so many that's out there already for free. As you said, there's YouTube University, there's Facebook. I just put all these in an easy to digest
right,
format where it doesn't have to be so
right,
overwhelming.
right. That is
Okay.
great.
Well, everybody, thank you. Love
Thank
you.
you for joining.
Blessings. Yes, yes, everybody.
We,
Thank you, DJ
we're
Rick
gonna have
Paul,
to
for
we're
your
gonna have to we're gonna have to do this again another time.
We're gonna do this because I'm gonna document my Toro experience.
Okay. All right.
So
That's
you
great.
show me, I'll get the book. We'll come back here and I'll let people know how it goes.
Okay.
This
All
way
right.
we can live it, walk it, talk it. I don't want to be like a person says, "Oh, do this, do this." I'm not gonna tell somebody this thing that I would not do myself.
Right.
So
Got
yes, proof is in the pudding. So let's eat it up, eat it up.
it.
All right, guys, love you all. Be well. Have a blessed weekend.
All right.
Thanks for joining
All
us.
right.
Yes,
All
bye.
right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, DJ Rinso. Have a
Bye.
great weekend. Bye.
Same to you. Bye bye.
Yes, thanks, love.